This is where the major issues are.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. I opened today's video once again with Squarespace. From online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the perfect place to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Now, if you use the code below, you will save some money when setting up your next website. Be it a passion project or a business, Squarespace is the only place to go. They've got loads of tools on there that enable you to build a beautiful website very time effectively, very efficiently, that works really, really well. You can backlog content on there to be time released. You can set up subscription business models. You can build beautiful email campaigns. You can optimize SEO and PPC on there. You can mobile optimize your website very easily. And you can choose from one of a number of beautiful templates. So you've got something aesthetically extremely pleasing off the bat. Anyway, if you're setting up a website, make sure you use Squarespace. Make sure you use the link. Super simple. You'll save some money and you'll build something that looks nice and works amazingly. For now, let's get on with the video and head over and go and see what on earth is wrong with my Brabus. Let's go.
Hello, welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my Brabus G500. The time has come. I've had this car for a little while, and there are numerous issues presenting themselves to me, and numerous things that I have to sort out with this car. Some of them were known to me, some of them I assumed would be a thing, and some of them are a complete surprise. So we're going to run around in this video what those issues are and what the plans are for this car in terms of modifications, and I'm going to attempt to justify once again why I bought this thing, because I'm getting loads of questions. Some of you absolutely love it and some of you can't stand it, and I would say there's more of you that love it than can't stand it. There's only a few of you that are having a go, but if you don't like it, I don't blame you, because it's not for everyone. I mean, it's pretty aggressive. Big old bus. Anyway, we'll flip the camera around. I'm going to go around it and point out things that I have seen with this car that we will be sorting out. So let's go. First up then, and one I've actually mentioned before, is the colour of it. This is a wrap. It is a satin black wrap throughout the whole car. There is satin carbon around the whole car as well, but that will be staying. But the wrap will be going, and that is because in places the wrap is a little bit tatty. I don't really like wraps on the whole. It's not really my thing, and I have quite enjoyed having a kind of blacked out drug dealery type vibe. I've quite enjoyed that actually, but there are bits of the wrap that are starting to annoy me. So the car's not clean, but you'll see it's starting to kind of come up here, kind of coming up around the place, just in the kind of little gaps. You can just see it. Things like that do annoy me. Those of you that know me on my channel, I am a little bit anal about some stuff, but I think that would annoy even people that aren't that anal. But as we come round, is it this door? Yeah, it's this one here. This is where the major issues are. Can you see this on here? It's even kind of split, and it's kind of like a scab actually, in that I do really want to pick that and like stick my nail in it or cut it, or I don't know, maybe hairdryer might fix that. But anyway, the wrap will probably come off because the paint job under this is really, really special. We've got more bubbling there, but it's all around the car. There's just bits and bobs that are actually pretty annoying. And we do have some of the trim, I think. Yeah, some of the trim, like here, where it's been wrapped and things and messed around with, some of it will need to be stuck back down and all that kind of stuff. However, not the biggest problem in the world, and that is something that I knew was going to be a thing when I bought it. Again, as well, like on here, I think this has been sprayed black potentially. There's the little bits of kind of chipping that's gone on here with stone chips and whatnot. Some of the stone chips have been kind of touched in on here. I actually did some of that myself. You can see the wrap is getting a bit crappy in there as well. So all in all, it's going to go to a body shop and I'm going to get the wrap taken off, and anything that needs repainting is going to get repainted. It remains to be seen what the state of the paint is underneath there. It has got very special, specialist sort of one-off paint underneath it all, and it remains to be seen what that paint looks like. So that's the first thing that is going to get done, and most of you will know roughly about that, but I suspect most of you probably didn't know how bad that was round on that side. Second thing I'm going to get into, side steps. We do have side steps in here that are deactivated at the moment. I don't actually, I mean, they're covered in crap at the moment. I should probably have cleaned this before the video, but there is side steps on this and they are working. I just need to work out how to reactivate them. I'm going to drop a WhatsApp to the previous owner, because on collection day I was just so buzzing to get it, I wasn't really paying much attention, and I'm very much a yeah I'll sort it out down the line kind of person, and then regret not listening at the time. So I'm going to drop him a WhatsApp. That's Mike. He's a great guy, but he's about 9 foot tall, so he didn't need them at all. I'm obviously an extraordinary tall human. 6.1 with a tailwind. So yeah, I'm going to get those reactivated for other people that come in the car. Anthony doesn't need them because she's 90% legs, but that will be needed. Whilst I'm down here then, we'll see on here, we've actually got black electrical tape here, a nice scientific approach to keeping this at a squint looking okay. But again, the side steps, I think at some point in their life have been painted. Not the best idea to have painted side steps because they're obviously a high friction, high traction surface. So I may well strip those down, or maybe just repaint them in a paint that actually stands the test of time. Again, down here, we're getting a little bit of kind of, I don't know what that is, just where the paint hasn't really settled, or maybe that's actually wrap there. I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna go to a body shop. All of this is going to be sorted. A little bit more cosmetic. The tailpipes haven't seen a detailer probably their whole lives, so we're gonna get those back to chrome. Very excited about that. And any of the paint that gets exposed and kind of put back to its original state, I will have PPF put over the top of it, and you'll see why when you see the paint. A lot of you bitching about the wheels. Some of you saying, I've changed the wheels, put some Vossens on it. That's not a thing, so we'll address that. That's not happening. I'm closing the door on that one. Round the back then, we've kind of got more of the same really. We've kind of got bits of the wrap getting all eggy down here, and then we've got some chips as well. I don't know if you can see that. Some more chips here. We've got some spider webs. That's not really part of it, but we can see here as well where there's like paint and the wrap's just sort of a little bit crappy. And this actually is what I've kind of got against wrapping. I don't care where you get anything wrapped, there's always going to be snagging issues, teething issues, and down the line there's always going to be issues with it. So you can see all the way around there as well, the wrap is just being a complete egg. Badging wise, there was actually a spare badge for it, but the X was actually missing on it, which I've already put on. But that little 500 badge there, I don't know if that's corrosion on there or anything, but I will be reaching out to Brabus for a new 500 one of those. On here, we've got a cracked tail light, slight crack in it there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. That is a standard G-Wagon rear right light, which is, I don't know, I haven't looked on eBay, but I suspect if that's more than 150 quid, I will probably eat a hat of mine, potentially. Actually, no, I won't, because it's probably going to be more. Again, round this side, we've got more cosmetic stuff. Inside the car, what is there to tell you? We've got a disc lock because people are stealing everything in sight these days, and these are bloody fantastic. That is not an advert. I just buy these myself, I think they're great. Inside then, I'm gonna get CarPlay. CarPlay is gonna get put in by the guys at Sexton's London. That's literally just a software update. So if you've got this user interface in your Mercedes, I'm sure most of you will recognize this. It's actually a newer version than I've got in my SLS, but it's good news. You can literally just get CarPlay slotted in with a software update. There we go. I can listen to my beats on here already. What have we got on? Yeah, oi, go on! That album absolutely slaps. Inside, other than that though, it's kind of all right. I'm relatively happy. There is a little bit of dechroming actually on the door here on this, which again, I'm gonna probably speak to someone at Mercedes and maybe get a new one of these. I don't know how easy that is to do. We've got Sandown Brabus, who I don't know if this is a Brabus part or a Mercedes part, but again, just something that I'm going to do because I'm a bit boring, but a little bit of kind of, I don't know, detritus around the edge there. I'll be polishing up the foot plates down there as well, as I said. Other than that, the interior is pretty cash. One of these doors doesn't really open properly. It's this one here. You have to kind of pull it. Don't know what that is. Gets a little bit chewed up on here. I don't know why, but again, we'll look into that. Probably something to do with covering the thing in black sticky back plastic. Not sure. Got leaves there from the bay tree incident. Not the dealership, but the trip to the garden centre. Other than that, everything's fine. In the back here, nothing really to report. All is well in the back. I'm very, very happy. Other than that then, I think that's pretty much about it. I will book it in for a service as well and just get it really checked over by the guys at Brabus just to make sure everything's actually tickety-boo. And this kind of was something that I was planning on taking delivery of, assuming I was going to hate it, and then probably shifted on relatively quickly. But actually, with the release of the new one, and I've seen a few people taking delivery of the new G63 4x4 squared, which is 300 grand in non-Brabus form, I'm actually going to hold on to this. I think residually this is going to be very, very good news. It's very, very rare. I mean, there's going to be much fewer of these than there are of that new G63. And actually the wading depth and off-road capabilities on this car, not that it's relevant, but I think it is relevant to the kind of prominence of the car. They're actually better on this car, and with CarPlay there's actually no real difference between this and the new one. So I'm actually going to hold it long term. This is a car that I'm actually intending on keeping for as long as possible. I adore it. I think it's brilliant, and there aren't many cars these days that I jump in and smile. I've become quite grumpy in my old age, and I just think this is absolutely fantastic.
Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. That's all I've got time for. Thank you very much. Do subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And always, please do click the link in the pinned comment if you have a second. Even if you open it in a new window, it's super, super helpful. Of course, take advantage of the offer if it applies to something you'd like to do. Thank you very much. Do subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.